Okay, so tell me about what you observed and how you think, about the lesson I observed.
I did a lesson over informational reading on changes of Earth.
Okay.
And in my first group.
What do you think went well with that group?
With that group, everyone was on task. They were following each rotations, and a few students were able to go back and to look at on the text for key details.
Yes, I did see that. They were really able to kind of go in and find the words and find the questions that you were asking them, so that was very good. If you were talking about the second group, I know that when you had your second rotation, you did fly with that second rotation. What do you think they were doing well, or
They were able to remove the beginning sound and replacing it, replacing it.
And had they been working on that for a little bit, or is that was that their first or second?
That's like their second time doing that.
Okay.
Yes.
And then where will they move from there? Do you know where that group will move from? That short A and it was the beginning sounds, and then short A, and then
short A, and they'll move to the O sounds and the I sounds.
Okay. All right. Well, so what did you do differently this year? And this is kind of a little bit off from just this lesson in particular, but what did you do differently? What do you feel like you've done differently this year than last year? And I know it was a big jump from kind of in fourth grade down to second grade, but just setting up, I know up there it's all block and down here it's skills block, but what do you think you did differently to have that smooth transitions between your rotations?
Well, I made sure that I had timer between each rotations, which helps them stay on track, and it's up in the board so they know how long they have for each rotation.
And did you prepare, do you prepare the centers or the,
I prepare yes, I prepare the centers nightly.
Yeah, okay. All right, and then if you were to teach the lesson again, and you can kind of choose either the first lesson with the informational text or the second lesson with the U-Fly, or we can kind of talk a little bit about both, but what would you do? Is there anything that you would do differently? Could you think of any one or two things that you might do differently?
For informational text, I would make sure to include the standard RI 2.5 for text features.
For text features. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that would lend itself well to that informational text?
I think knowing how to use our text features and our bold text. So I'll implement next week.
Yeah, I saw there was a ton of maps and diagrams.
Yes,
and so.
Yes. So next week I will focus on maybe a mini lesson on text features.
Okay. And then the second group in the U-Fly lesson, I feel like, you kind of know, you've already talked a little bit about where you're going with them next. Do you feel like they're progressing?
Yes.
As they should with pacing? And...
With me pacing, I need to slow down my pace, or with my pacing, but with them, they're progressing. Yes.
What are you talking about, your pacing?
Just making sure that I'm on with them, because it was about 3 minutes long.
Okay. So do you think that would you like to see even Miss Rhines, or would you like to see another teacher kind of doing that U-Fly lesson?
Yeah, I think that would help, yes.
Okay, because I know Miss Rhines, I feel like she has it under her belt. She's been doing it for a long time, and then even Miss McMillan in the literacy lab, she does a great job too with the pacing of it. But there's a couple. We could definitely get you into
that would definitely help me a lot.
Okay, perfect. And then really just you kind of said the RI 2.5, which was the text features, and maybe implementing that a little bit. Even though that's not the standard of focus, maybe next week, do you think that you would be able to implement that over the next couple weeks?
Yes, a mini lesson, and then maybe some additional reading passages that uses text features.
Okay. And then I guess I will get with you to set up a time to go and observe. I'll cover you, and then you can go and watch Miss Rhines or Literacy Lab. You tell me which one you really kind of think would be better.
Yeah.
And then just Rhines, I only suggest just because she's still your same grade. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like that would be a good fit for you to see the same grade. Literacy Lab, I think, is just a little different because you're going to see the U-Fly lesson with Miss McMillan, but then you'll see different things in the rotation. So that might be helpful too, because
that might help too, to help with maybe some more ideas on rotations in my class.
Well, thanks so much for letting me
You're welcome.
film you.
You're welcome.